How you guys doing today? Just a couple minutes ago, I read a post on Reddit, and that guy was, and I'm assuming it's a guy, but this guy was talking about how he couldn't afford to pay for his daughter's after school activities. He makes around $87,000 a year, and his daughter's, expenses takes a big hole out of that income after, taxes, etc. Now, here's the deal, okay? I'm constantly told that money doesn't buy you happiness. And truth be told, I very well agree. But the framing of that statement is very much incorrect. Because a lot of people believe that people are trying to get money so they could just splurge, so they could just be degenerates. They can essentially act irresponsible with money. That's 100% incorrect. Most people want money because in the modern era, money gives you stability. Most problems on the basic fundamental level is solved with money. If you think about human needs, what do humans need? They need food, they need shelter, they need clothing. Okay? Let's say you don't know how to make your own food. You don't know how to make your own clothing. Okay? You don't know how to build your own house. You need to depend on other people, right? Let's say those other people don't want to give you that. Well, what's the best way for you to get those services? Well, money. If I have the money, I get however much food that I would like. If I have money, I could purchase whatever shelter that I may wish. And if I have money, I could buy whatever type of clothing that I want, non-designer or designer. Yet you're being told that money doesn't matter. Here's the deal. I don't like people trying to tell me what is needed for me to make a living. When I pay my rent every month, they want money. They don't want, inspiration. They don't want compliments. They don't want to be told how great of business people they are and what good work they're doing. No, they want the money. Okay? So, why am I making this video? One of the things I try to get people to understand is that if you're trying to think about validation, which is very well important, okay, money is a strong validating measure. Even all these people who discuss that education is the most important thing, these same people will deride you for your degree choice if it's not, STEM, right? So you say you want to do sociology, business administration, or even economics. They'll say, oh my God, those are non-STEM degrees. You're not going to have much of a future. And you ask them why? Because those jobs just don't pay well outside, right? It comes back down to money at the end of the day. And that is something that you're going to have to focus on for the rest of your life, even when you're wealthy and rich. One statement that I make sure people understand is no matter if you're poor and in poverty or if you're rich and in wealth, money is a constant thing you have to think about. I'm not saying you got to worry about it, but that's something that you got to think about. Just like you get up to, go into the bathroom and brush your teeth. Do you like brushing your teeth? Do you dislike brushing your teeth? No, it's just something that you need to do, right? Or else you're going to have your breath stink and, maybe get gingivitis or other gum diseases. That's just a fact. So this idea that, money being on someone's mind all the time, that's not necessarily a negative. It's only a negative if, truth be told, you're in poverty. When you're in poverty, everything is related to money. When you're rich and in wealth, Most of your problems are intangible. When you're in poverty, most of your problems are tangible. I want people to understand something. Okay. I've read plenty of literature surrounding why most people are broke. Most people are broke because they don't know how to produce their own income. Okay. And by income, I'm not talking about merely getting a job. Why? Because at the end of the day, anyone can be an employee. Let me repeat this again. Anyone can be an employee. Just recently, I learned that certain rural hospitals across the country of the United States of America, they're closing down. Why? Because they're not profitable. When you think about medicine, you need to think about money. You know how people always talk about, becoming a medical doctor is great, yada, yada, this, that, and the third. Guess what? In the medical space, the people who lead the way, and by lead the way, I'm talking about, controlled medicine, etc., are mostly non-medical doctors. They're private equity. They're business folks, etc. Okay? Those are the ones who control a lot of healthcare. Same thing with engineering. I shouldn't say most, but a lot of engineering is controlled by business folks. John D. Rockefeller. A lot of people don't know this. This guy never got an engineering degree, yet he founded an oil company. He came from being a bookkeeper. His education was being a bookkeeper. John D. Rockefeller. You understand? So what does this all relate to? Money does buy happiness. If that guy on that Reddit post has some money, he will gladly pay that money up to do what exactly? To help his daughter with his after school practices. Think about yourself, right? If you're broke, you don't have any money. What exactly are you trying to do? You're trying to see, how can I make some more money? Can I get another shift? Probably not, because your job doesn't like paying overtime at all. If you work in fast food or retail, one of the biggest, costs is labor. Dollar Tree, Dollar General, a lot of these dollar stores, you are literally a cost to them, to the point where they're not even going to staff you up. A lot of these companies today, they do not rely on a packed staff. They're going to try to run lean as they possibly can. So what eventually happens? Because they're constantly running lean. Well, it's very simple. The employee gets more responsibilities. And then the employee with more responsibilities, they have it, harder. And then they stick with the job because they're saying, okay, I've been here for XYZ number of years. I might as well keep on doing what I'm doing. And now they're in the situation that they're in, where they're getting paid the same and they're not moving any more forward. That's the problem. Now, money doesn't buy you happiness, it buys you stability. The stability eventually gives you the foundation to seek that happiness. And truth be told, I don't really care about happiness, because happiness is just another emotion, just like sadness is volatile. You shouldn't care about being happy. You should care about having your well-being in check. If I wake up the next morning and I'm in good health, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Okay. Nothing more, nothing less. If you can say, hey, I've accomplished the goals that I have today. I've done it with a group of people that I wish to, and I can continue on having success. That's all that matters. Okay. But if you don't have any money, you don't have any moolah, you don't have cash on hand, you're not exactly going to have much success at all. Okay. And you don't have to think about the guy in the Reddit post. You can think about other people who don't have any money. You get a disease or you have some sort of chronic ailment. Okay. You need to be on some sort of drug for the rest of your life. That's going to cost a lot of money. That's just the fact. You don't know how many people who used to be not just middle class, upper middle class, and they fell into poverty because of a medical ailment. So that's all I got to say. Money doesn't buy you happiness, but it buys you stability, which is the most important. And I hope you guys have a nice day and you instill that message. Anyways, peace, leave a comment, like, and bye.